but especially for startups out there, they have to do one thing really, really well for one customer.
What is your own definition of AI?
Brilliant question.
Don't fall in love with the solution, fall in love with the problem. And some of the best startups out there, I think like Intercom and Kive, have really like questioned their whole business model and stepped back and go, actually, there's a better way to solve this problem for the customer using the new AI tools.
Hi, Julia, thank you for being here.
Hi, Irina. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Hi, Martin. Nice to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want to start by asking you, what is a good product for today's world, a digital solution to make this world right now a better place?
I think it's all about value. Like, does it generate the right value for end customers? Does it have utility in order to actually help achieve the goals that customers actually want? And does it generate value for the wider economy, business, all the good things that we always need to balance in product?
Well, I think there's a lot of things that we can be doing. I think we need to be more ambitious in how we're solving problems. I think there's so many problems in the world right now. And actually the talk I gave at How to Web a few weeks ago was about the vision and ambition piece. And I think in Europe especially, we can think a lot bigger, right? So there's hunger in the world, there's energy problems in the world, there's security problems in the world, and we can go tackle a lot of those problems, I think, especially with AI. So I think basically dream bigger, find bigger problems and go solve those problems. There's so much more that we can still be doing.
From your experience, what do founders or product developers got completely wrong about building great digital solutions and you would like to see fixed in the near future?
I think one of the biggest challenges is, we fall in love with our solutions. Like whether you're a product manager, designer, engineer, founder, you have this idea of like, oh, I can build a thing, and then you fall in love with the thing, and then you focus so much on building that, you forget that it's there to solve a problem, right? And even if initially you had this idea because you were solving a problem, you lose the problem over time. So I think it's zooming out from that of like, yes, you might have a thing, but like, what's the problem you're solving? How do you fall in love with that and more? How do you fall in love with the customer problem, the market? And then solutions might change, right? Especially AI coming in, other things coming in. The way that you solve the problem might change, but you still have that thing to fall in love with and get the team energized about and get excited about and focused on. So I think that would be the thing, is don't fall in love with the solution, fall in love with the problem.
I think it is not only about chasing numbers. It's one of the constraints that we have, just like technology, just like understanding people that sit behind it, that use it. So for us, I think what we really need to come back to is question the value system that we are trying to contribute by building digital products.
What do you believe changed the most in the world of developing products since the age of AI?
I think there's probably two sides, right? So one is definitely efficiency and productivity. And obviously there's so many amazing tools now that make product management faster, design faster, engineering faster, like we can build things faster. And then on the other hand, obviously it's challenging a lot of strategies out there. So there's a lot of businesses out there who, again, have fallen in love with the solution. And then AI might actually change, like, does the customer even need this anymore? And some of the best startups out there, I think like Intercom and Kive, have really like questioned their whole business model and stepped back and go, actually, there's a better way to solve this problem for the customer using the new AI tools. And so we have to like throw everything out and start over again and really focus on that. So I think there's two sides to it, and every organization has to look at both the efficiency and productivity and question their kind of strategy and business model.
But I do think that there is a promise of speed, so a promise of developing faster or moving faster. I personally think it will change a lot of the dynamics between team members. And with that, I think it's also coming back to the basics, like how do we build relationship in order to get things done together? And what does together mean in an AI-facilitated world?
What is your own definition of AI?
Oh, well, I still think of it as an LLM, so a large language model that helps me interpret actions and tasks. So far, it's been more of a sparring partner rather than an intelligent agent. I'm curious where it might take us.
I think right now it's just an amazing tool. I think I personally believe we're still quite far away from kind of general intelligence and kind of, an intelligent machine, but they're incredible tools, right? I think it helps us do everything faster, better, and like I said, it can challenge strategy, it can challenge our business models, but it's still just a tool. Having said that, I still think it's as big as the internet in how it's going to impact our world. And I think we can all see that it's going to change the world completely in the next 5-10 years. We don't know how yet, but it is going to change the world for sure.
A good product, do you believe is a product for everybody or for certain kind of groups?
I think the best products are the ones that, again, focus on solving a single customer problem. So more focused, smaller is better always. Then over time, you can add more products to that and to solve other problems and build on it. But especially for startups out there, they have to do one thing really, really well for one customer and then start building from that.
Very great. That's a great question. So I think it's very difficult. I think it is about finding the right pain points. And so the question to me would be is it a universal pain point? We all have daily life to get through, drink water, stay hydrated, sleep. Those are universal pain points. But if your product is trying to solve a specific pain point, you have to understand your customers and users, and at that point it starts shifting into segments. So while I think some products can solve for a universal audience, really good products really understand these pain points, and these pain points don't always sit universally. So still would really look at that fine-tuned element of segmentation and different market distribution.
Nice.